Metal fingers are getting cold?
Yeah, hard to keep them warm. This is the time of the job where we check if our foundation is level.
I tried to do that level.
Okay.
Good. That's good.
All right, what we're doing is we took our post height measurement at the side of the house here, and we're trying to decide if we can trust that measurement out here 6 feet away. Like if this was low by 1/4 of an inch showing by the level, then we cut the post 1/4 inch taller to make sure that the beam on top of it is level.
That's a nice looking post bracket too, like decorative.
It is a bit decorative now.
I mean, nicer than the galvanized, just like joist hanger-ish looking ones I've seen before.
I didn't buy it because it's decorative. We bought it because it is painted black.
Yeah,
Unless
like
that
factory
qualifies as decorative. And the idea is here that the big flat sides of this bracket face the front so that the handrail can terminate into the side of the wood post and not have to drill through this. So we can cut 2 posts the same length, and it's that 111/5/8 plus on the wall up there.
Yo, big wood building, what are you doing with
Ah! It hurts my fingers.
What fingers?
Oh!
Jamie decided he's going to carry all these beams to the correct location, like back porch, front porch by himself.
Well, when you got material like this, the stakes are high when you start cutting it. So I'm going to make sure that
You
each...
cut the wrong piece, you mean?
Yeah, I have a dedicated length for each
Oh my
place.
gosh.
So
We're doomed.
in some of them that are really long, you would think, oh, that one's got to stay long. It's actually for 2 or 3 shorter pieces. So I got to make sure that I have accounted for each one in their locations before I cut.
Does this go in this stack?
Yep.
Lift with your legs. Lift with your back, actually. Lower back is what I say. I think that'll hold it. I think that's good. That comes off, you got bigger problems.
What we're going to do is use Lexel to seal the end grain on the bottom of the post. In addition to that, this is going to stick to it, screw to it to be our little spacer. I think it's going to be perfect.
Who's gonna smuts their finger in the Lexel though?
Jason.
Ray!
Ray!
I'm not scared. I got tumble towels in the truck.
You got a spatula right here, bro.
I think I actually put too much on there. We could have coated the whole post with Lexel.
Yeah. Since this bracket has giant holes that we're gonna put lags in later, we're gonna use a washer right now to temporarily fix it.
That's a washer off of a ram set nail.
Okay.
Yeah, it works
That's
great.
cool,
I've
yeah.
done this a bunch. I actually save them for this.
Cool.
You know, that would probably be enough to hold it forever, though, is what's sad.
We're using a clamp for our brace instead of screws like we normally do, so that we don't put a bunch of screw holes in this really nice post.
Wow.
Only going there one way, boys. You just gotta figure it out.
There's our little finger that sticks through, and we can screw that to the side of the framing, and if we need to, put a piece of wood under it to hold it up, but it's not holding much weight. It's only a 6-foot deck. We probably already mentioned it, but this style of framing we're doing here is called post and beam, which is really cool because you see the framing in the finish, which I like.
It is a very cool look, yeah.
The thing about it is all of the house is really post and beam. It's just that the posts are smaller, they're studs, and the beams are smaller, they're like rafters. And so you have to do them on a lot closer spacings, like 16 or 24 inch. And when you scale it up to like 6x6s or 8x8s or bigger, you can space those members out so that it just looks more beefy and cool.
That's right. There's basically the same amount of structural substance.
Yes.
It's just whether you condense it into bigger things or spread it out and make them each individually smaller.
And then the decking, of course, on the top has to be thicker to span the longer span between the rafters. Everything gets beefed up, and that's why it looks amazing.
It's kind of like the pyramids of Giza. They just condense all their structure into one piece, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about. This.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Is there any more?
Okay. Is it that bad?
I mean, it's a quarter at least.
Okay.
All right, Ray, what's the word there, Big Bird?
It's not. I
mean, you're close.
I might just be fighting this brace.
I think you are fighting that. Oh my god.
I mean, I can cut the brace loose.
Wiggles.
So when we go up to these bigger framing members, we also need bigger fasteners because there's less fasteners, less framing members. Does that fit that? Yes.
T40.
Okay, that's nice. And we're trying to hide all these fasteners. So Jono is about to go up there and run these big daddies through the top of all these into the post because that's a location you won't see. If we were to toe screw through the sides, it's just gonna look like cobbled together, and we don't want that. I'm gonna get up here and go ahead and pre-drill for these bigger fasteners. You can see we did toenail right there because that's hidden from everywhere else. So these are big, and this grain is a little splitsy, we'll call it, compared to some other woods because it's a tight grain. Woo, smoking.
You may have to let that bit clear a bunch of times.
Yeah,
Is that post right where you wanted it?
maybe not. Is it not fastened
No, it
at all?
anyway.
Oh, then ignore the first hole. Oh, you got a clutch on it. Good job. Okay, I'll just drill another one, then I'll move on to the other sides. Okay, 2.5, 12, cutting these top cuts. 2.5 on the common, which was what, 12 degrees we're calling it?
Yeah, 12 degrees.
And I got to cut from both sides. Dang, this thing is like so slick. I'd screw it down, but I don't want to put a screw hole in it. That's it. I am sighting down these like a regular rafter to check crown, and the two I've had so far are straight. This one's could go either way, so we'll just make that the top. Also, because we're gonna have exposed framing members, we don't want fuzzies from the saw cut, so I'm taking the hand plane, taking off any of those fuzzies on the edges, chamfering just a little bit.
Come on. There we go.
Perfect.
You know, when you're planing this kind of end grain, you really have to come in from both sides.
That's exactly what I was doing.
So you could tell everybody how to do that if you want, just to make sure.
If you touch a plane to a board in Jamie's world,
yeah,
you better be doing it like this.
that's right. There, you're doing it right now. Now you got it.
Or else he'll come over here just to see what's going on, act like he's just looking around. Be like,
You should find one to do that bust one out for him.
oh, let's bust one out. Of course, that one worked fine. Nope, it didn't.
Oh, it didn't. And hey, by the way, this plane is super sharp.
Yep.
And it's taking a really shallow
There it is.
cut.
So that's what's gonna happen. Let's go this way.
Yeah.
That's not gonna do as bad.
Less likely on
Let's
the
try
heel.
this way. If you had a dull plane, it'd be way worse. And don't try to do that, by the way.
I was gonna say, what are you doing?
I have a cut somewhere from that. This video is brought to you by HOUZZ PRO, which is an all-in-one business solution for builders, contractors, remodelers, and designers. And it has tons of cool features that can help you make running your business easier, faster, and more profitable. And one of the ways is by streamlining your estimates process. If you're estimating or bidding from a set of plans, the takeoffs feature can help you get your takeoffs up to 10 times faster to get going. Then you can convert your takeoffs to estimates in just a few clicks. You can also jumpstart your estimating by using their powerful templates. All you have to do is select your project type, and HOUZZ PRO will generate all the line items needed to build that project. And it's great that this includes local cost data that you can edit. Also, they have a database with local labor and material costs for you to use. And if you want to use your own cost, you can customize the template and then save it so you can use it over and over. With HOUZZ PRO Estimates, you can customize everything. You can add descriptions, pictures, add line items, and even reorganize the columns. You can also insert pictures or memos and even add your terms and conditions. And very importantly, you can clearly communicate when payment is expected and include a payment schedule. When your estimate's ready to go, you can preview it to see how it'll look for your client or prospect. And with the click of a button, you can share your professional looking estimate with your company's logo straight to the client. And your clients will love the fact that they can view, pay for, and approve everything online. If you want to try HOUZZ PRO for yourself, there's a link down in our video description. It's free to try. Thanks again to HOUZZ PRO, and let's get back to work.
Eric's got a photographic memory here. We just took this board up here, up there, and he put his eyeballs on it.
And now he's just like,
and he's just going for it.
That's how much it needs trimmed.
That's what it needs.
his mind computer right there is going. And
See how that goes.
Whenever you've looked at as many bad cuts as I have in my life, you can look at something and be like, all right, that needs like however much off and not measure it.
Yeah.
Right?
Might look like it came from Toys R Us, but this thing does some work, dude.
It does.
You better slow down, bro.
We're sending this rafter back up, and if you didn't realize it, this timber framing business costs more money if you've ever priced one. They're super expensive because, like this board right here, this is our third cut. This is our third attempt to fit it perfectly, and it has to fit perfect because literally what you're gonna see is that fitment in the finish.
What was that word? Fitment?
Fit. The fit is what you'll see.
Fitment.
No, I didn't. Okay, I'm good here. You good there?
Oh, I'm so good.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Whoa, whoa. That's flush or slightly up. You're sucking it up.
Suck it up, buttercup.
All right. Oh, yep. If you did a whole house built like this, timber frame, I bet you'd be looking at $500 plus a square foot. No joke.
Right.
I mean,
And we're using screws.
yeah.
I mean, a lot of them use pegs
Oh yeah, yeah.
and joinery.
And we've done that. But it's really cool, but it's very time consuming. Now that we're done framing here, we're gonna snap a line and lop off these rafter tails
as long as he's standing over here.
in line. I like that. I'm just gonna do this at the end to get a mark, because it probably didn't really snap a line. Yep, that's good. Let me know when you're good. Yep. Got it. Don't have one. Or do I? Oh, I do have one. Yeah, there you go. Let's check it. It's good. Oh no!
Ray's watching me take Eric's phone into the porta-john. So I said to let everybody know, man, if you're not subscribed to my channel, you gotta check it out. Building Jay's Way. It's all the same awesome crew, just behind the scenes stuff. See, Eric won't plug me, but so I gotta plug myself. But he's gonna edit this, so he'll probably edit it out, but he may not. Maybe I can get lucky. So check it out, Building Jay's Way.
I cut through the one side here, and now when I go through this side, it's gonna fall. And what I don't want is it to break with just a little bit of the wood left and take a big chunk out of this. So my man Jason's gonna just support the weight of this while I get through the last little bit. Bingo.
Look at my big wood. Hey, are these lines supposed to match up?
They are. Yes, thank you. Appreciate that.
Just checking.
I'm gonna make them match up right here.
Come on, get that thing.
You know, end grain is really hard to hand plane.
Yeah.
So you have to have it set really, like, just barely. Ah! Jag.
Making your phone UV protected.
Hey, Ray.
Yeah.
If you're gonna wear his belt,
You got to use Bone Daddy.
I can't do that, man. I had already switched it out.
There you go.
All right.
Now you're set.
I'll use this old school knife too.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
It doesn't even have a
Safety first.
safety on it.
Nice. All right, good luck.
Yep. We've eaten lunch, and we're getting ready to build the larger porch roof here. I can tell you that it's almost exactly the same as the other one, just exactly twice as big.
24 feet instead of
Yep.
12.
A little bit different style construction on the front. There is no girder running across the front with that little tiny king post on it.
Right.
It will have an actual structural post all the way from the deck.
So a center post.
It will. It'll be a load-bearing ridge.
Okay.
Yep.
Good to go. Hopefully we got a post down below right there. There it is. And we're gonna have to do a couple things, like what I'm doing here is cutting out some of this temporary decking for the post brackets. We're gonna have to move some of these to the outside because the post goes flush with the outside of the deck framing. We did not think of that while we were I guess, okay. We thought about it and then just kept building it the same way we already were. So we're gonna do that, and then I think we'll be ready to set some posts. And this temporary decking is really nice because working and moving all this scaffolding and all this crap, and we're dropping stuff, this would just destroy. You'd have to cover the decking with some stuff like this even if we'd done the decking. I'm gonna go back to Port John.
All right, SpongeBob.
Dude,
Well,
Ray said them fish are swimming downstream pretty fast from lunch. Arlo's doing a really nice job putting this bevel on the end of these posts, making it look like super smooth and nice. It looks like a factory style cut, but it's not. It's just Arlo with a circular saw and a chisel and sandpaper and probably a block plane. What else?
That's about it.
Okay. Looks
about it.
fantastic.
Yeah, they turned out good.
That's tight. You can't go tighter. We've got our girders up here, and these are 6x8s instead of 6x6s because it's a longer span. And that's not something that's in the code book, I don't believe, for timbers. How did you figure the size of these members?
Oh, good question. I actually just had a conversation on the phone with a guy here from Reliance Timber, and we were just talking about scale and what seemed appropriate, really. So I didn't use a chart or anything to determine the timber size, you know?
It was just like experience.
Yeah, I
From
said,
your
hey,
experience
this
of
thing
building.
is this size and this span and this girder is going here. And I said, what do you think would be good for that? And he was like, yeah, probably this size and this size. So we ended up with a 6x8 girder and a 6x8 ridge, which I believe, I don't even think we need it. And then a 4x8 rafter. I think a 4x6 could have done it, but we went 4x8 for scale. So
Okay.
it looked.
Oh, so it looked
So it
better.
looked
So
right.
by scale, Jamie means not really the strength, but just the size of how everything is going to look when it's done. It's got to look beefy. It can't look stupid and like spindly.
Nope.
No.
Not allowed.
No. We're trying to straighten this truss top edge. Right now, it's bowed out towards Ray pretty badly. So he's going to pull the hammer with Bone Daddy here, and you can see that's really doing the trick. Yeah, let's try that. And I'll give it a sight from the bottom. It's our last ridge beam here and last board for the day. I hope we're gonna go use that tab at BCO, all of us, for paychecks.
All right, Tim.
All right, Ray, what are you most comfortable with?
I might need someone else.
Here's the problem. You miss it. You know what the problem is?
I got to get it up and over this.
Yeah.
his
So I'm
strength.
thinking we should get rid of
He's
this
got his beans in front.
because,
no, that's our,
yeah, but
it's done. It's what it is.
What if I get someone else on here with me to help me?
I think it's gonna suck either
It's
way.
gonna suck either way, yeah.
Hey, boys, sucks all around.
Yeah. We'll just have to pull the beam to the right place based on the length of the post, which we know, or the girder.
Yeah, we'll just double check.
Yeah, we'll double check it before we fasten it.
Hoorah!
All right, you go with Ray, Jamie. I got a handle here. Let's let them get theirs first, because that will make it easier. Yep. It won't make it further away.
I'll kind of go up with us a little bit. Just keep it flat.
I got this, bro.
Okay.
Good job.
Now, our job is to not.
Okay. There we are. So I'm gonna fasten this in, just tack it,
Yeah, go ahead.
and then you guys can go crazy. I will, yeah. All right, we're tacked.
I'm going down to big.
So just double check the plumb, big screws, and we're out of here. Ow!
Here we go.
That was good.
Corn, it was on corn. I grabbed it. It was like, here, Jason, I got your mustache.
Nice. Are you sure? 'Cause I don't know if that's what that is.